Good morning, Oregon West. I come to you with a very important message and a message of congratulations. 2022 is now behind us. It is in the books. We had an amazing year last year. We pulled an 18% increase in sales, which was good enough for us to achieve our annual quota. We were one of just 4 markets in the entire territory to do so. So congratulations to you all. Thank you for busting your tails last year. It is so fun to see this team grow and get back on the track of living that Aflac dream. With that, we pulled a 16% increase in existing account sales, which was fantastic. All of that growth came from just a small increase of 5% in productivity from our existing accounts, which means we sold in just 5% more accounts in our existing book last year than in 2021, and look at the growth that came from that. So with that though, that left 4,500 plus accounts in our book of business that we have stewardship over that did not receive new coverage last year. So as we learned in the pandemic, it was a huge disruptor. It was a disruptor in our lives, in our patterns, in our habits, all kinds of things. And I think we all know and can agree that without structure in one's life, it's hard for us to reach our potential. So my message is this: as we look at what we're going through and how we're growing as a team, there is a lot yet to be done for us to continue to progress towards living our Aflac dream, for us to really make good on our responsibility and our duties and our promises to our policyholders. So I want to introduce, moving forward, some asset management expectations that we're putting forward in our market. It's not just us, we have other markets throughout the territory that are doing so and really have been doing so for quite a while. But looking at what we need as human beings to be able to have that structure to keep us on the right path and really build those right habits that really lead to prosperity, this is what we're looking at. So as I mentioned, we pulled an increase in productivity in our existing cases. I am fully aware that we're not going to produce in every single account, but I'm also aware that there are many cases out there that we did not talk to, that really we did not fulfill our promise of Aflac to those clients. So I want to help ensure that we have that structure in place so that we can help everyone achieve that Aflac dream. So moving forward, we do have some expectations to be able to work with our existing accounts. So HQ accounts, of course, or HQ assets, it's a privilege to be able to work with those, right? Those are cases that somebody else went through the process of scheduling that appointment, securing that business, and for one reason or another, it was inherited by somebody else. So that is a privilege for us to be able to do so. So moving forward, we have to come together as a team if we're truly going to leverage all of our potential, all of our talents, all of our abilities to really fulfill those promises and obligations that we do have. So moving forward, if you want to continue to work with HQ assets, we do have to follow and be on the same team here. And part of that is going to look like this. Each month I have tasks and I'm holding the RSCs responsible for meeting with each associate that is managing HQ assets. And the point of this is that we need to collaborate. What is going on with that account? What's happening? What's the backstory? What coverages do they have? What are the new strategies that we can take to the table to really help that client and be beneficial? So in order to continue to maintain HQ assets, I also expect this. If you're going to be doing so, I expect you to be meeting with your hierarchy, with your DSC, RSC, to be able to evaluate those assets and come together with a plan to be able to do so. The other part of that is that we do need to keep tabs on these cases. These are HQ assets, of course, and so we do need those notes and we do need the information uploaded into our CRM system, which of course is CCLM. So to provide this structure, what we're looking at is the 4th week, the 4th production week, or the final week, I would say, of each production month. I have tasked the RSCs and the DSCs to schedule one-on-one sessions or personal conferences with each associate. That is up to you if you want to meet with your hierarchy to be able to discuss that and have that collaborative meeting. But if you're going to continue to maintain working with HQ assets, that is something that I expect that everyone is having those conversations and those planning sessions. That is first and foremost. That final week of the month is designated for that. Of course, not everyone is going to fall into that bucket, but please make yourself available to be able to meet, to collaborate with your leadership. The other part of that is the first production week of each month, we will have our 90-day action week. So what that entails is that first week, we've got to look out 90 days in advance from when our accounts have their effective dates to see what is the strategy, can we meet with them, can we implement a technology, can we implement a new line of business, what are their needs, what solutions do we have that we can bring to the table. We will not know what those things are unless we are actually sitting down and having an annual review with our clients. So the expectation is that we're able to get into 70% of our clients to be able to have that meeting. I know some clients are not going to be willing to, that's fine, but we need to make sure that we are doing our due diligence to be able to meet that. So the first week of each month, as I mentioned, our 90-day activity week, we will be hosting that first Monday an activity blitz to go through that, make sure that those dials are made and those appointments are made. But we also know that not every appointment is going to be made that first Monday. So we have that entire week to be able to continue to get in and schedule those appointments. If for some reason that week we're not able to schedule those appointments, we will have 2 more weeks. So by the close of the third production week of each month, if there is not a REDM scheduled or notes as to why, a significant reason as to why those REDMs could not be scheduled, then those cases will be subject to transfer so that we can talk about it, we can plan those in the next one-on-one session, that 4th week, and those are subject to transfer. So with this, I know that this happens. Once we have structure, we may push against it a little bit at first, right? Change is not always the easiest thing in the world. It pushes us out of our comfort zone, but I also know this, we cannot grow if we are not uncomfortable, right? Growth comes from being uncomfortable. I know that as we continue to push and progress and adhere to this structure, we're going to see ridiculous growth. It is going to be so beneficial for our clients. We're going to uncover all kinds of needs that our clients have in the marketplace. We're going to improve our brand in the marketplace. And very importantly, you're going to see prosperity like you've never seen before in your career as we continue to move forward as a team. I love the quote from Dr. Martin Luther King, where I cannot be what I ought to be unless you are what you ought to be, that we are interdependent. Yes, we are a bunch of independent associates representing Aflac, and we have that autonomy, but we also have some expectations. And as we do that together, we're going to win. I appreciate you all. I appreciate what you're doing. 2023 is going to be absolutely amazing. Please do not hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. Let's go out and have the best year we've ever had. Thank you. Take care, everybody.